Right, evening guys. It's Wednesday the 16th of June. We're off fishing to catch 22 lakes just outside Norwich on Friday, first thing Friday morning. So I've just been making up a couple of mixes for that trip. So in this first one I've got some sticky baits, krill boilies, 16mm boilies that have been chopped up. And you can see there's a range of different sort of fishy pellets in there, some bloodworm pellets, and then some of the bloodworm active powder. And then I've just been glugging it with the sticky baits crowdy krill liquid. And then on the other one, same premise again, some chopped up manila boilies, some manila pellets, some cell pellets in there, and I've put a glug, or a very good glug, of Bailey's Irish cream in there, and I've just put in also a good glug of the cloudy manila liquid as well. So I've got one really sort of fishy bait and then a really sort of creamy sickly bait. So I'm going to leave that to soak in for the next sort of 24 hours. I've got 3 kilos of pellet that I'm going to split between these, sorry, not pellet, 3 kilos of particle mix that I'm going to split between these two mixes, and that will go in tomorrow afternoon. And what I'll do is I'll take some of this out, so I've got a just this mix for making up sort of PVA bags and PVA mesh sticks, and then the rest of it will be ready to use as spod mix. So that's what we're going to be using. We've just got, say, 48 hours or 36 hours now to wait until we get going. Right, morning guys. It's just gone 5:30. Been up since 5 AM and car's packed and ready to go. We've got about an hour and a half drive, hour and 3/4 drive over to Norwich area, so we're going to get on the road, head over to catch 22. Alright, morning guys. As you can see, we have arrived at catch 22 and I am on pig number 8. As you can see, I've got everything set up, the rods are out, and we turned up here. It looked like it was going to start hammering it down, so I wanted to get the bivvy and all the gear set up and in the dry. So I've done all that. I've had a marker float around, found a couple of nice spots. One straight out in front of me, there's a gravel bar only about 6 or 7 wraps out, so it's not far at all. I've put one and my right hand rod on that, and then my left hand rod I've actually got this nice overhanging tree, and I've had there's a nice little spot just down there, nice little clear spot. So I've thrown some bait down there, and I've actually got the left hand rod just down on the left hand side there. So a couple of spots sorted out. We'll see how we go. I'm fishing here with Mark and Lee, my 2 brother-in-laws, so they're in the next peg and the one further past that. Lee's already had 2 bream out in the space of the first 20 minutes or so of fishing. I've already had a bit of a bream interest, I think it was, on the right hand rod. I'd only been out there about a minute and it started to lift up and drop and lift up and drop, so I did strike it, but there was nothing there, so that's gone back out. But yeah, we're here for the next 48 hours. It's lovely looking lake, I think it's 22 acres I believe. It's certainly quite a sizable lake. Loads of different options, loads of different depths. Some of where I'm fishing is about 14 feet. There's spots at the far end up that way that are only 4 or 5 feet, and there's some spots out in the middle there that are 20 plus. So loads of different options, and it's just a case of seeing if we can find the fish. So I'm going to sit and watch the water for a bit, see if I can spot any int or any action, and we'll see how we get on over the next 2 days. Right, it's just gone 1 o'clock. As you can see, it's still tipping it down. My swim is getting wetter and wetter. I haven't had any activity. I've had a couple of tugs, but nothing really positive. Certainly no runs, just the odd little beep here and there. But for now, I'm just gonna sit in here out the rain. I'm still watching the water, but I'm gonna get myself some lunch. So I've got a couple of bacon backs to be had, so I shall get these eaten and just keep an eye on the water, see if anything shows, but I haven't seen anything so far. I probably wouldn't expect to in this sort of weather, so I'll keep an eye out and see if they do though. Right, it's just gone 4:45. We did have a bit of respite from the rain, but it's back again now, so I'm back in the bivvy. But I've been getting breamed quite a lot in the last, well, over the last hour and a half or so. They're never there when you strike into them. It's just constant sort of beeps, little tugs on the rod, drop backs, then a little bit more of a run, then a drop back, and it's getting quite annoying. So we've only been here half a day. Lee's already had 3 bream out. I've been plagued with constant messing about with my baits, but not too much I can do about that right now. I'm using the biggest baits I've got. It's not like I can upsize, but we'll keep plugging away at it, and hopefully the carp will move in behind them. But say for now, back in the bivvy and watching the water, see if anything shows. Right, it's not exactly what we came for, but we said we were being pestered by bream, and this is about the size of them. Sort of 3-4 pounds is what Lee's had. This is what I've just had out. I'm going to get this one back, get the rod back out, see if we can get what we actually came for. But I'm not impressed. Right, it's just coming up to 1:45 in the morning, and I'm not going to get it out obviously, but you can see we've got our second bream. So it's come from the rig underneath the tree on the left hand side here. So I'm going to get that one back in, and then see if we can get a carp out. I've had a couple of touches on both rods over the last few hours. I think it's all basically just a bream getting down and feeding. Certainly haven't had any positive runs, but it's another fish. It's not what we want, but we'll get this one returned and get the rig back out there. 2:45 in the morning, raining again, and another bream in the net. And get this one back, get the rod back out, and see if we can tempt some carp. Right, morning guys, it's just gone 7:30 in the morning. I've been up for about the last 15-20 minutes. Had a check on both rods, recast them. I put the left hand rod back out under the tree. It's got an IQD rig. I found a little gravel spot under there, so put an IQD rig with a krill bottom bait and a krill pop-up, little 12mm krill pop-up on top of it as a snowman rig. And then I've just done the same with the right hand rod. I've changed that from a chod rig over to an IQD rig again. I've got a gravel bar, about 7 wraps out, 25 yards, something like that. So I've just put a load more manila boilies out, and then I've got the same sort of rig with that, a snowman rig, little yellow 12mm manila pop-up over a bottom bait. And we're just going to see how it goes over the next few hours. As I said, all of us have been harassed by bream in the night. I've managed to land those 2, but I think we're going to see how it goes over the course of the day. If we keep getting harassed by bream, and with it due to be absolutely tipping it down in the morning, I might pack up this evening. But we'll see how it goes over the course of the day. It's supposed to be like this, so it's really nice fishing weather. We've got rain due to start at about 8 o'clock tonight, so I think as long as we can get packed away by sort of 6:30, 7 o'clock, it's an 1.75 hour drive home. So if we do go back tonight, if we don't get any interest from the carp, we can still sort of be back by 9 o'clock tonight. And it's Father's Day tomorrow, so it'll be quite nice to actually be at home first thing, see my daughter, and spend the day with her and the wife, and hopefully not have to pack up in the pouring rain. But as I say, we'll see how it goes. If we get some interest from the carp today, we'll stay on, but I'm not going to have another night of being woken up every half an hour by bream messing about with the bait. So the 2 that I landed, I think the biggest one was probably about 5 pounds, and quite honestly doesn't put up any kind of a fight. I'm really not interested in that for another night, so we'll see how it goes. Right, it's just coming up to 11 o'clock, and as you can see, it looks absolutely perfect for carp fishing, but still seeing very little or no activity anywhere really. I'm sort of been watching the lake all over, can't see anything showing anywhere. I've spoken to the other 2, and we've decided we are going to pack up this evening and go. No matter what happens now, basically, we've sort of said, look, we'll head back this evening, so if it's going to happen, it's got to happen during the day today. It just doesn't seem to be much going on at all. Spoken to a few of the other people around the lake as well, and they've said although they've had a couple out, they've also sat here for 5 days prior to that and not had anything. So certainly not busy. So we'll give it another 5 or 6 hours, I think. Take us up to 5:30, 6 o'clock sort of time, something like that. And then we'll call it a day. But it's a lovely looking lake. Right, that's us packed up. It's just gone 4 o'clock and basically we've had enough. Just decided it's not going to happen. We did see some carp showing this afternoon, sort of in and around the area, but nothing's happened, and we want to head off, get home at a reasonable time, and get a decent meal and decent night's sleep. And so thank you very much for watching. Apologies for the bream, unfortunately it couldn't be helped, but it is I've worked out it's probably the first bream I've had in about a decade, so not that I want any more. I can quite happily wait another decade for a bream, but that's how it goes sometimes. So thanks for watching. I hope to see you again.